What if the biggest obstacle in your life isn't your past, your environment, or the people around you? What if the greatest challenge you will ever face is yourself? This is the central idea of the mountain is you. Brianna Wiest shows us that often we blame external circumstances for our struggles, our upbringing, society, toxic relationships, or bad luck. But in reality, the patterns that keep us stuck are often created by our own subconscious fears, limiting beliefs, and self-sabotaging habits. The mountain in this book is a metaphor. It represents every inner block: fear of failure, fear of success, perfectionism, overthinking, doubt that keeps us from becoming the person we are meant to be. And Wiest's message is powerful. The only way to climb that mountain is to confront it, understand it, and transform it. So this book is not just another self-help guide. It's a journey inward, a path to recognizing how much control you actually have over your growth. The battles you face outside, struggles with career, relationships, or self-worth, are often rooted in unresolved battles inside yourself. Chapter number 1. The central idea of this book is simple but deeply powerful. You are the mountain, and only you can climb it. Now, what does this mean? The mountain isn't an obstacle outside of you. It's everything you carry within yourself. It represents your deepest fears, your unresolved pain, the doubts you hide, and the patterns of self-sabotage that keep repeating in your life. Most of us think life's biggest challenges are external, like financial struggles, difficult people, or tough circumstances. But Brianna Wiest reminds us that the real challenge is internal. What truly holds us back isn't the world outside. It's the resistance we build inside. This resistance can take many forms. Fear of failure, the voice that says, "What if I try and fall flat?" Fear of success, the hidden worry that if we achieve something big, we won't be able to handle it or sustain it. Low self-worth, believing we don't deserve happiness, love, or success. Unresolved emotional pain, carrying wounds from the past that quietly shape our choices today. Each of these becomes like a rock on your mountain, and the more you avoid facing them, the bigger, heavier, and harder your mountain feels. The truth is, you can't go around the mountain. You can't wish it away. The only path forward is to climb it, step by step, by confronting your fears and transforming them into strength. This is the foundation of the entire book. Your greatest obstacle is within you, but so is your greatest transformation. Chapter number 2, Understanding Self-Sabotage. Self-sabotage is often misunderstood. Many people think it means being lazy, unmotivated, or lacking discipline. But Brianna Wiest makes it clear, self-sabotage is not weakness. It's a hidden form of self-protection. Your subconscious mind is wired to keep you safe. If you experience pain, rejection, or disappointment in the past, your mind creates defense mechanisms to prevent you from going through that pain again. For example, you might avoid new relationships, not because you don't care, but because deep down you fear being hurt the way you were before. Or you might procrastinate on pursuing a dream, not because you're unambitious, but because you're afraid of failure or judgment. This shows that self-sabotage is actually an outdated survival strategy. Your brain is trying to protect you from old wounds, even when those wounds no longer define your present reality. Brianna emphasizes that true healing cannot be forced. You can't simply tell yourself to be stronger or move on. Instead, healing begins with understanding your behaviors. You must become curious about your patterns instead of judging them. The key step is self-awareness. Ask yourself, where am I sabotaging my own growth? What pain am I still trying to avoid? What limiting beliefs from my past am I still carrying today? When you honestly face these questions, you begin to uncover the root of your self-sabotage. And once the root is identified, you can slowly release it. That's when true transformation starts, not through force, but through awareness and gentle healing. Chapter number 3, Rebuilding Yourself. Brianna Wiest explains that healing is not a quick fix. It's more like rebuilding an entire structure from the ground up. She uses a metaphor of a house with broken foundations. Imagine if your house had cracks in the walls or a weak base. Painting the walls or adding decorations would not solve the problem. To make it strong and livable again, you would need to tear down the weak parts and rebuild with stronger foundations. In the same way, personal healing requires us to remove what no longer serves us, so that we can create a healthier and stronger version of ourselves. This process may involve tearing down old beliefs, letting go of limiting thoughts such as, I'm not good enough or I can't change. Removing toxic patterns, breaking free from habits, behaviors, or relationships that drain your energy and keep you stuck. Grieving your past self, allowing yourself to mourn the old version of you, the one who may have been hurt, made mistakes, or lived in survival mode. Wiest emphasizes that healing is not about fixing yourself. You are not broken. Instead, it is about uncovering and becoming the person you were always meant to be, your authentic self who has been buried under fear, trauma, or self-doubt. At this point, Wiest introduces the idea of emotional intelligence. This means learning to understand and manage your emotions instead of being controlled by them. You stop reacting impulsively and start responding thoughtfully. You stop suppressing your pain and instead begin transforming it into growth and wisdom. This stage of rebuilding is where you shift from just surviving to truly living. By developing emotional intelligence, you gain the power to rebuild your inner foundation on strength, resilience, and self-awareness. Section 4. Shadow Work and Transformation. One of the most profound ideas Brianna Wiest talks about in The Mountain is the concept of shadow work. What does this mean? It's about looking directly at the parts of yourself that you usually try to push away, deny, or hide from the world. These are often feelings and traits we label as negative, such as insecurity, jealousy, anger, guilt. Normally, we don't want to acknowledge these emotions. We might bury them deep inside or pretend they don't exist because they make us feel weak, flawed, or unworthy. But here's the truth Brianna emphasizes. The very things you avoid may actually hold the power to transform you. Instead of rejecting these shadows, she encourages us to face them with compassion and curiosity, almost like sitting down with a part of yourself and asking, why are you here? What are you trying to teach me? She writes, the parts of yourself you are most afraid to look at are often the keys to your greatest transformation. This means your jealousy might be showing you where you secretly desire growth. Your anger might be pointing to boundaries you need to set. Your guilt could reveal values you've been ignoring. Even your insecurity might highlight the areas where you want to become stronger. By working with these shadows instead of running from them, you begin to integrate your whole self, both the light and the dark. And this integration is powerful. It brings a sense of wholeness, deep confidence, and inner peace. You no longer feel split between the version of yourself you show the world and the version you hide away. Instead, you step into alignment, becoming fully authentic. In short, shadow work is not about fixing what's broken in you. It's about recognizing that even your darkest parts carry wisdom, and when you embrace them, they help shape you into the person you're meant to be. Section 5. Becoming your highest self. As Brianna Wiest explains, the real transformation happens while climbing the mountain, while facing challenges, fears, and obstacles in life. Many people assume that growth means life will become easier, but that's not the truth. Life doesn't suddenly turn simple. Instead, you change. You grow stronger, wiser, and more capable with each step. At this stage, you're no longer playing small or waiting for external approval. You stop waiting for someone to give you permission to chase your dreams or to validate your worth. Instead, you start living with intention, making choices that align with who you truly want to be. Brianna emphasizes that your highest self isn't about becoming some flawless, perfect version of yourself. It's about becoming the most authentic, aligned, and healed version of you, the person who is free from old wounds, limiting beliefs, and self-sabotage. She writes, the mountain that stands in your way is the call to rise. This means the obstacle in front of you is not your enemy. It's actually your path, your teacher, and your invitation to grow into the best version of yourself. Every struggle, setback, or difficult step is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. So, climbing your mountain is less about reaching the peak and more about who you become along the way. Each step you take is a choice to rise higher, to embrace your truth, and to live as your fullest self. In short, life doesn't get easier, you become stronger. You stop waiting for permission and start living with intention. Your highest self equals authentic plus aligned plus healed, not perfect. The mountain is not the enemy. It's your path to rise. Every step is a choice to become more you. As we close this journey through the mountain is you, let's reflect on the heart of Brianna Wiest's message. This book is not just about identifying your struggles or recognizing your fears. It's about radical self-responsibility, about owning your story instead of running from it. It teaches us that real transformation doesn't come from blaming the world, waiting for perfect circumstances, or hoping someone else will save us. Transformation comes when you decide to take full responsibility for your own growth. It also emphasizes emotional healing. Many of the mountains in our lives are built from unhealed pain, past trauma, or limiting beliefs we carry silently. Wiest reminds us that healing isn't weakness. It is strength. It is the process of freeing ourselves from the weight we've been carrying for too long. And ultimately, this book is about inner transformation. It calls us to face the fears, doubts, and habits that have been holding us back. And instead of seeing them as obstacles, to see them as the very path to becoming our strongest, truest self. So remember these truths. You are capable of change, no matter how long you've struggled. Your future is not defined by your past. You are worthy of healing. You don't need to earn it. You deserve to let go, to mend, and to move forward. You are stronger than your fears. Fear may feel powerful, but your courage, once awakened, is far greater. And here lies the most powerful lesson of all. The life you dream of is not waiting somewhere far away, on the other side of the mountain. The life you want is the mountain itself. Your challenges, your struggles, your inner battles. This is the mountain. And by climbing it, by facing it head on, you don't just reach your dreams. You become them. So climb the mountain. Step into the life that was always meant for you. Not tomorrow, not someday, but starting now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share your thoughts and comments. And tell which part you like the most. See you next time.